Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Liverpool could sign a £40 million monster who's even more important than Isak. Liverpool kicked off their pre-season tour in Asia with a 4-2 loss against AC Milan. Results do not matter in pre-season, of course, but it is interesting to see the likes of Florian Wirtz in action. The attacking midfielder, who joined the Reds from Bayer Leverkusen for a British record £116 million fee in June, was all neat flicks and cute turns and intelligent one-twos. The German maestro is the real deal, all right, and could be the difference maker as Arne Slot looks to defend his Premier League title while chasing glory across other fronts. Hugo Ekitike didn't feature, for he only played out his first training session with his new club on Friday, having finalized his £79 million move from Eintracht Frankfurt earlier in the week. You can be sure to expect the Frenchman's participation in the weeks ahead. Though in what capacity remains to be seen, with the Reds chasing a deal for Alexander Isak, who has informed Newcastle United that he wants to sign for the Merseysiders. However, one player who won't be taking part is Joe Gomez, who has been dealt another cruel injury blow and has been forced to head home. Liverpool's defensive situation. Jarell Quansah was sold to Bayer Leverkusen for £35 million last month, thinning out Slot's back line. In Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate, Liverpool have an elite pairing, but little else in the way of depth. However, Gomez does have a chance to shine at the rear next year, having been utilized centrally by Slot last term after principal fullback displays across Jurgen Klopp's final term. Well, that was the case until the England international had to withdraw from Liverpool's summer camp due to what has been reported as a minor Achilles injury. There's no doubt that this blow exacerbates Liverpool's comparatively frail defensive depth, and may well see sporting director Richard Hughes forge ahead with plans to sign Crystal Palace's Marc Guéhi. Liverpool emerged as leading contenders for Guéhi in June, with Fabrizio Romano confirming the Anfield side's interest in the centre-back. With just 1 year left on his current deal, the Reds are optimistic that they can sign the 25-year-old in a cut-price £40 million package. Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur are also keen. Why Liverpool must sign Marc Guéhi? It's funny that Liverpool have spent so heavily this summer and yet still feel fragile and thin at the back. And with the non-committal Konate entering the final year of his £70,000 per week deal, and with Real Madrid hoping to snap him up, it feels crucial that the Reds add a player of Guéhi's quality to their ranks. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is European interest cools following Liverpool contract development. Real Madrid retreat in pursuit of Liverpool's Ibrahima Konate. The Ibrahima Konate contract situation has been quietly simmering beneath the headlines of Liverpool's summer revolution. While new signings like Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, Milos Kerkez, Jeremy Frimpong, and Georgi Mamardashvili have dominated discussion, Konate's future has generated intrigue, especially in Madrid. Madrid eye Konate, but lose confidence. According to multiple reports, Real Madrid had earmarked Konate as a long-term defensive acquisition, particularly on a free transfer when his Liverpool contract expires in June 2026. With no breakthrough in talks and a rumored wage demand of £200,000 per week, the situation initially looked favourable for the Spanish giants. That stance now appears to be softening significantly. Liverpool, aware of the risk, have reportedly moved decisively by placing a new contract offer on the table for Konate. While there's no response from the French international yet, the ripple effect has already reached Spain. Defensa Central now reveals that Xabi Alonso is seriously considering the possibility of counting on Joan Martinez, with the 17-year-old academy graduate being considered for a first-team role. Clearly, the offer from Liverpool, even without a final decision, has forced Madrid to re-evaluate their stance and explore alternatives. For Konate, the decision is as much about ambition as finance. Liverpool, reigning Premier League champions, are building a squad designed for dominance across all fronts. The new arrivals signal intent, and create an environment where top-level defenders are both protected and pushed. It's a pivotal moment, and one where Liverpool still appear to hold the upper hand. Our view, Anfield Index analysis. From a Liverpool fan's perspective, this turn of events is cause for cautious optimism. Real Madrid don't often back away from a transfer target, especially not one they believe they had lined up on a free. For them to pivot and elevate Joan Martinez suggests they no longer view Konate as attainable, at least not without a battle. That shows the strength of Liverpool's position. By offering a contract at the right moment, the club have reminded Konate of their ambition, belief in his abilities, and perhaps most crucially, his central role in the team's future. He's not just part of the squad, he's part of the project. There's also a sense among supporters that Konate wants to stay. He's settled, respected, and surrounded by players with serious quality. If Liverpool are willing to meet his wage expectations, fans would fully support the investment. As long as the club are proactive, as they appear to be now, there's confidence Konate will choose the red shirt over the white one. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC. Our third news is door opens for Chelsea deal after Target agrees terms. The two clubs have shared interests in players finding an agreement where both sides benefit is going to be imperative over the next few weeks before the summer transfer window closes. Joral Hato is currently the subject of such speculation as it appears Chelsea have the Ajax defender in their sights as a new defensive recruit. The only problem is, he's also on Liverpool's shortlist. But there is a plausible solution to this issue that might be available for Liverpool to consider. Is signing Vega an option instead? Initially, it appeared as though Hato was a Liverpool target for the left-back role, but Milos Kerkez's arrival has since changed that, although the Dutchman could be considered for the centre-back role. However, it appears as though Chelsea have taken a firm interest in proceedings and he is their ideal choice to play the backup role in their defence, covering both Marc Cucurella and Levi Colwill. According to Caught Offside, a verbal agreement on personal terms has been agreed, which is disappointing, since he will be leaving ex-Red Johnny Heitinga's Ajax side and the fee required to secure him is said to be around 40 to 50 million euros, which would be a bargain for the 19-year-old. So here lies the problem, since one of Liverpool's main defensive targets, who would have fitted in perfectly with the Dutch contingent on Merseyside, is almost certainly going to be headed to London. But it is entirely possible that the solution to Liverpool's defensive issues could also lie at Chelsea, because the Blues are open to selling Renato Vega, a 21-year-old Portuguese defender who can play a whole range of positions, including central midfield and centre-back. As such, not only could he cover for Ibrahima Konate or Virgil van Dijk, but he could also make a difference in the team if Ryan Gravenberch needed to be rested as the club's defensive midfielder. The Athletic's latest deal sheet claims that alongside Atletico Madrid and Bayern Munich, there was one Premier League club in the race for him, and it's possible that Liverpool could be looking at him. Furthermore, the asking price for the Vega is a minimum 40 million euros, £35 million, which feels like a pretty generous offer from Chelsea, given how stubborn they can be with the player sales negotiations. Whether a deal with Liverpool comes to fruition is yet to be seen, but it is certainly a proposition to consider since Hato is no longer available and the players is surplus to requirements at Chelsea. One way or another, the hole in the red squad left by Jarell Quansah will need to be filled. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is Liverpool set for another record-breaking transfer deal. It looks likely that Liverpool will soon pursue a transfer deal for Alexander Isak. The Newcastle forward has not travelled to Asia for his club's pre-season tour, with the official reason for his absence described as a minor thigh injury. But Isak, 25, has made it clear to the Geordies that he has no intention of signing a new contract, with his current terms expiring in 2028. The Sweden international has also told his club that he wishes to explore a transfer elsewhere, and we are led to believe that Liverpool is his preferred destination. With 3 years left on his deal, Isak won't come cheap for the Premier League title holders, and that is why they are prepared to shell out a British transfer record for Isak. The current record holder is Florian Wirtz, set by Liverpool a matter of weeks ago when they paid what could end up being £116 million to Bayer Leverkusen for the playmaker. But any potential deal for Isak could see the records tumbling. In fact, Isak is set to regain his status as the most expensive Swedish player in history. Although he officially hasn't yet been knocked off his perch, Sweden have got a very good array of forwards at present, including Anthony Elanga, Dejan Kulusevski, and of course Viktor Gyökeres. Gyökeres, 27, is expected to complete a deal which will see him leave Sporting CP for Arsenal for a total in the region of €73.5 million. That would set a new transfer record for a Swedish player, eclipsing the €70 million that Newcastle paid to sign Isak from Real Sociedad back in 2022. However, Gyökeres' reign as Sweden's most expensive transfer could be incredibly short-lived. With Isak in Liverpool's sights, Isak will regain Swedish record quickly. A fee of £130 million would equate to around €150 million give or take, roughly doubling the record Swedish transfer fee Arsenal will give to Sporting for Gyökeres. Elanga for his part is high on the list, with his transfer from Nottingham Forest to Newcastle costing around €61 million. Zlatan Ibrahimovic was the record holder previous to Isak. He moved from Inter to Pep Guardiola's Barcelona back in 2009 for €69.5 million. It's hard to believe that mammoth sum will be fourth on the all-time list by the time Gyökeres moves to Arsenal and Isak goes to Liverpool. Isak will hold two of the top three record spots for himself, with Gyökeres sandwiched in between. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.